Hey folks, welcome back to AAA Farms. James here. Oh, got a beautiful day outside. It's probably in the upper 80s. But gonna do some brush hogging today. Gotta put some hay out for the cows first. And then we're gonna go hit the field back there by my box stand, get all that mowed down, which ain't gonna be that bad, but it does take time because it is kind of rough. So it's gonna take a minute. So let the herd back on this field. Kind of debating on leaving this field open to them and this other side field instead of rotationally grazing, just because it's fall, everything stopped growing. So I do have some winter grasses on the property, native winter grasses, not much of them, but enough to where they'll be able to graze a little bit, but they're pretty much going to be on hay for the rest of the year, or I mean until spring. So haven't decided what I'm going to do there, but let's get some hay put out and go brush hog. Hey folks, we made it back here to the field with the hay bale. So it's kind of showing a little bit of progress. So this is the first hay bale. Y'all can, let me switch it around for y'all. Alright, this is the first hay bale. You can tell we got, remember there was brush here, kind of like this stuff here. So we brush hogged it first, put the hay bale down. So now we got a very heavy manure load in the surrounding areas. They stumped all that in, and they spread out what's left of the hay there. And they're so this is going to be a very nutrient rich area, and there's a bunch of grass seed in there from them eating. They also, you know, they stay in this area, so there's not just manure here. You can see a bunch of open here, and then you can see it around here, different spots. Then we had our other hay bale over here, and as we walk that way, we can clearly tell that they were coming and going through here. So tons of manure between these two spots. And then you get this other hay ring, and you can kind of see the same thing. Bunch of manure in the area. And then they spread out what hay they didn't eat, and there's a bunch of seed in there. You can actually see that looks like ryegrass coming up in there. Not sure, but same thing. That was all brush and stuff. We mowed it, and so they spread all this out, and there's a heavy manure load in the area. The next spot we're doing is where this hay bale is, but the next spot I'm moving this ring will be right here in this thick brush. Typically I like to spread them out a little bit, but this area has a bunch of dense brush in it like that, so hopefully smother that out. We'll probably put, I don't know, roughly 10 hay bales in this area, and then we'll move further down, or we'll move up there or something. Because I was thinking I was going to do this corner over here, but as I got over there, there's already quite a bit of hay grass in there, so it seemed kind of like a waste. But I mean, you can see here, there's a lot of bahia in here. But where that hay bale is, and then I already kind of brush hogged it, there's a strip there. That's where they piled a bunch of stuff up whenever they cleared this wood line for me to run the fence. All that decayed and rotted there, and then I brush hogged it with the old tractor a long time ago, and so it's very nutrient rich there because of all that, I guess, decayed wood that returned to the earth. And we'll different things like to grow there, but most of it's stemmy stuff. But what we'll do is we'll put a hay bale there, and we'll put another one there, and maybe another one down there, and we'll drown that out with some bahia seed, and hopefully get us some really good bahia grass growing in the area. Ultimately, I really do need to brush hog this entire 20 acres, which that's probably gonna be next weekend. Today is October the 13th. Yeah, 13th. So probably be doing that next weekend. Anyway, I'm gonna take this twine off, put the ring on it, and we'll go brush hog. All right, folks, we made it back here. So this field is the one I just deer hunt off of. Not too bad in here. It does get really rough in this front section from ruts from the log skidders and stuff. But it shouldn't take, well, shouldn't be that big a deal to brush hog all this, because like I said, ain't much of it. I mean, that stuff's like 3-4 foot tall. That's weeds and that stuff that brush hog's just going to eat up, no problem. We do have some taller stuff right there, little patches here and there. Ultimately, it's going to take time because it's 8 acres, and we got to slow down pretty good in this front section just because it gets so rough. But we're going to get after it. And it's a little turtle. I think that's the first turtle I've seen on the property. That's cool. we barely made it. I see how much diesel's left. Barely got there. Oh, that was a good bit there. See, we started at about 1:30. It's 5 o'clock now. So definitely tell a big difference to this field. So what, that took us 3.5 hours. 1:30 to 5. Yep. 3.5 hours to do it. This is roughly about 8 acres. Part of what slowed us down up here, over there's a bunch of like skidder tracks and ruts that get pretty bad. And what's even worse is that last little bit that I was finishing down here, kind of that whole section there is nothing but just giant ruts, and they're so large that it actually stops the tractor. If I had the tractor in two-wheel drive, which I did, it will actually stop the tractor to where it won't go forward. All you got to do to get through that is hit that mechanical diff lock, rear diff lock, and that's all I did to get out of it. But pretty much all that down there is second gear and a new back. But we're done with this anyway, so I'm going to head up to the house. The wife just called me probably about 30 minutes ago saying dinner's ready, so I'm starving. The toast I had this morning is long gone, but see a little bird down there. But that's it on this field, guys. Thank y'all for joining me on the farm today. Talk to y'all next time.